Hello, and welcome to this week's pop culture news and reviews. And by this week's, I mean it's this week, and we're going to recap. But it's been a fortnight since our last one, so sorry about that, guys. But it was Christmas, and there just wasn't much news. No, if I'm honest,
there was nothing. Well, there was stuff, but not enough.
I'm joined by Sebi.
Hello.
That's the voice you can hear there. Also saying there was nothing. This was the problem, man. Like, we've got like this. Look, we're going to take you into how the sausage is made here. I don't like that term.
There's a sausage made?
Yeah. We've got like a little chat that we just throw news up in to be like, oh, make sure during the week we remember to talk about this. And we had like 4 things in that chat last week.
Yeah.
Like, there was not much worth talking about. And look, we could give you an hour of us rambling on about, I'm sure we could do that. We could definitely do that.
Well, with one of the news stories that popped out, we definitely could do that. We do it anyway most weeks. We talk about this one thing.
We almost did an hour on it before the show started. So, but we will get to that. The first thing I need to know, man, is what have you been watching?
Peacemaker.
All right, well, we'll talk about that when we do the one shot.
It's so good.
It is.
I can't talk about it enough. It's so different. It's so out there. It's so insane. It's John Cena is brilliant.
Can I? Oh man, look. I don't want to say anything that's going to spoil anything. I'm not going to do that. But the only thing I'm going to say, and this isn't a criticism at all.
I feel like you can't say this isn't a criticism, and it's going to follow with a criticism.
It's not a criticism at all.
Okay.
Like, because I love the show. It's a, you know how No Way Home came out and everyone straight away said, oh, well, you know, Flashpoint won't live up to that. You know what I mean? There's this kind of comparison when both shows kind of do like Batman vs. Superman and Civil War at the same time. That kind of stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're just versing.
Man, I'm really worried about Secret Invasion because this is too good.
You reckon this is going to rip off of it? Or that
this is so much better than Secret Invasion can be.
When does Secret Invasion come out?
That's been delayed a year, actually.
Oh, well. Probably so people forget about this show.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, actually, all right, I'm going to leave that into our first bit of news. No, put a pin in that.
What have you watched?
What have I watched?
You can't ask me and then not get it back.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, man. All right, we've put a TV in kind of the kitchen area, right? So I've just had stuff on in the background while I'm, you know, cooking, cleaning, all that kind of fun stuff that you do when there's a household that you have to look after. The Office has been on there, of course, just in the background because you don't want to watch something that you're invested in while you're not really watching it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I was going through Disney Plus because we watched Encanto, which is a kids movie, from Pixar, which is actually really good. I'm not going to tell you to watch it, but
good
people out there,
you know me very well,
enjoy that kind of stuff, and have kids and stuff. Also, there's a song in there that's just all the music's written by Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Oh,
who's
no.
Incredible. He is so good. Anyway, we had Disney Plus on. That finished, and I was like, oh, I'm sure there's something on Disney Plus I can put on. I put Assembled on. I'm pretty sure it is. Is that it? Yeah. It's
Avengers.
The series that... No, it's the series that Marvel has done that after every movie or TV series they do, they release the making of.
Oh, yes.
An hour or half an hour of that.
Disney does the same sort of thing they did it with Mando and all that as well, didn't they?
Yeah. So you get all these cast interviews, you get this real like behind the scenes stuff, and so I've been working my way through that, and the WandaVision one is awesome. You know
what's cool about it though is that they've done that because that was one of the main that sort of stuff is one of the main reasons why I still buy Blu-rays and stuff like that.
Yeah,
to watch that. So now if they're just going to release it, it's like, and then they don't have to put it on the Blu-ray. Like it's sort of, they're looking ahead and going, well, we know Blu-rays and DVDs are going to be phased out eventually.
Well, they've already got that kind of section in the movies there where you go to extras, and they have all the deleted scenes or the
Do they?
Extras.
I've never really looked on streaming services for that sort of stuff. That's why I just buy the Blu-ray and just go. If it's a movie I want to see like the behind the scenes of, like if I'm interested in it, then yeah, I'll buy it. But if not, I'm just not going to worry about it really.
Yeah, well, that's something that I kind of look for because after I watch, like, I want to consume everything about it, kind of thing, because I'm that kind of person. But the One Division one was amazing because they went through showing how they shot a bunch of the stuff they shot, and they were so authentic to the time periods that they used the cameras and lenses.
Yep, I think we knew that
day.
because we spoke about that.
The lighting panels,
Didn't know about that one.
like full on the old style lighting panels.
I think
everything.
They sort of have to if you want to make it look like it did and get the same sort of frame rates and all that. You have to. You can't cheat it because you will see that it's been cheated.
Exactly right. Now that brings me to the next thing. So I was watching the one for Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Oh, my favorite.
Right? Yeah, which
talk to me.
I did not realize the amount of CG that went into that show.
There's a bit.
It felt so grounded to me.
Yes, but there is a bit. That whole truck sequence and all that.
Yeah. Well, that's all.
That's all CG green screen.
But they even showed how they did that scene.
I think,
and that they shot a part of that truck scene in Prague.
Yep.
A part in Germany.
Oh wow.
A part.
What's that dancing around COVID?
Atlanta. Yeah.
Atlanta. You got real posh with that one.
Sorry about that.
You know what?
But there's like a part where they're like, okay, so, and they were showing you all the original frames and then marrying them in.
Yeah.
So they're like, you can see, what's his name? John Walker gets thrown off the truck. And they're like, he gets thrown off the truck in Prague and he lands in Germany.
Oh, wow. See,
like,
I'm not surprised anymore when it comes to Marvel. I think it's just something I've just got used to that, hey, that's most of its majority going to be green screen.
Well, look, the big one for me
In a way.
that I honestly did not notice is Falcon's suit. So Captain America's suit, sorry, is what I'm going to say now.
Yeah, it's Cap. You say it right,
The
Frankie.
cowl that he wears,
Yep.
they couldn't get to sit on his face properly.
Weird shaped head.
No, there's just no fabric that would stay molded to the side of your face while you're moving that doesn't bubble out.
Oh, wow. That makes sense.
Yeah. So
why couldn't they just... Oh, no, because it's a skin-tight cowl, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not like Cap's...
So every time he moves, because it's the part down near his jaw
that
runs down, it would like, when you sit forward and you're wearing like a button-up shirt and it kind of like bubbles up forward.
Yeah.
That's what his cowl was doing on the side of his head.
Yeah, so the only way they could fix that is if it was super tight when his mouth's closed so it actually stretches.
Then he can't talk.
But then he can't, it's going to be, he'd have to like strengthen his jaw so much to be able to talk with it.
Yeah.
And it'd look weird because it'd look like his mouth's being forced shut.
So they had to just have this like ugly suit essentially that was just looking how it was looking. And then they had to CG it out after.
And then look, we got the best looking.
Oh, we definitely did. And they showed how they
MCU.
took out like all the seams and the Velcro in the suit and all that kind of stuff too, of course. But it was really cool. I was like, that's like, I did not even think about that.
Yeah. So you know how they got away with it? Because it's a full headpiece. If he had no headpiece on and the suit was CGI, you're going to get the floating head that Tony Stark has in nearly all of his movies that he pops up in where he takes his helmet off.
Or all the ones after the first Iron Man.
Yeah, that's it. Because the first Iron Man was all practical, a dude in a suit, which was never Downey Jr. in that suit.
Yeah, no.
But
that was the other thing too. I watched, so I watched most of them now. I turned it off before I got to What If.
Understandable.
I don't need to know about this. I don't need to know about this. I'm fine. I think Shang-Chi's next. I'm going to watch that one after.
Oh, that'd be good.
I did watch the Black Widow one. And if you'd asked me, will you watch the Black Widow one? I probably would have said no. But it just started playing after, I think the Falcon and Winter Soldier one.
Yeah.
And I just left it on. Because the way they started it was the original screen test for Scarlett Johansson in Iron Man.
Iron Man 2, yep.
With Favreau casting her.
Yep.
And him talking about what made him cast her, and an old interview with her saying what she wants for the character.
Did she get what she wanted?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Like, just in terms of how many times she's popped up in other movies.
And then got screwed over by Disney. Well done.
Oh, I mean, they've rectified that now.
Have they?
Well, she said she'd come back and do more.
She got the money.
Yeah,
It's
pretty much.
amazing what
That's
Dollary
I'm
Doos
saying.
can do.
Feige paid her.
I don't
he
think it was
trying to pay
Feige.
her
Let's
all along.
not blame Feige. I don't think it was Feige's fault.
No, he was trying to pay her all along. I saw something with Feige the other day. Actually, I
Payroll
do want
ripped
to
her
say
off.
this before we jump into the news. It was someone, they were talking about, I think, Multiverse of Madness or something. And he was like, this movie's going to blow your mind. You're going to get everything you want. And someone in the crowd yelled out, I want it R-rated. And he yells back, I'm going to make it PG-13. You're going to like it.
Can you imagine? Let's just break that down for a little bit. If Multiverse of Madness was R-rated.
You know what, man? First bit of news I've got for you. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
The Multiverse of Madness, we're going to jump to movie news.
Let's do it.
Has a 3-hour cut out there in the world right now. Right? That's what they're screen testing
Can we see it?
Sam Raimi is doing Multiverse of Madness, obviously.
Yes.
He has shot an R version and a PG version.
So we may get an R version.
He's trying to get it out there. I don't think so. Marvel's going to let him. But either way, there is 2 different versions, 2 different cuts of Doctor Strange out there.
Just start the hashtag already. Get it trending.
Release the Raimi cut.
Release the Raimi cut.
But they're both Raimi cuts, is what I'm saying. Like, he's made them both, and like
release the R Raimi.
But the difference
The
is
Raimi R cut.
It's not a different story.
No, there would just be like more blood.
I don't even think it's more blood. It might be more mature themes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know, but
Could be just Scarlet Witch just ripping people apart.
yeah,
Wouldn't that be awesome? Like, you know, like King Shark does when he just grabs that dude and just rips him in half.
this America Chavez opening up portals inside of people,
Or Doctor Strange just the bad Doctor Strange just opening a portal, throwing someone through and then closing it so it cuts him in half.
with all those tentacles coming out of him, just absolutely ripping people apart. You know, all the fun stuff.
That'd be mad.
Anyway, so that is out there in the world. We also got a little rumor.
Oh, we already seen Doctor Strange do that. Because didn't he chop off old mate's arm? Oh no, that was Wong.
Yeah, Wong cut off.
You're invited to my wedding.
Was it Clavius? No, the big bloke.
Yeah, the big dude. You should know. Come on.
Yeah, I forgot. I don't know. Children of Thanos are never my strong point.
I don't know things. Squidward's mate.
Anyway, yeah. Apparently, we've got a rumor that John Krasinski has filmed a cameo
Of course he has.
in Multiverse of
I'm
Madness
getting my wish.
as Reed Richards.
That's perfect. What more do you want?
It would be amazing, but
Don't butt me. Or just next news. We're going to leave it at that next news. We're getting that. That's what we're getting. We're getting
I just don't feel like it's earned.
You shut your mouth. You shut your purdy mouth. It's earned. The man can have it. He looks perfect for the role. That's it, done.
We don't know who Mr. Fantastic is in this universe.
We don't care. It's John Krasinski. Let's go. Do you need any more?
Well, this was... All right, so by now everyone's seen Spider-Man No Way Home and loved it if you're listening to us probably. Matt Murdock in that scene.
He's a really good lawyer.
If you don't know who Daredevil is or you haven't seen that series, that meant nothing to you.
Who cares? He's a really good lawyer.
You know
That's
what I
all you
mean?
need to know.
It's like the Hawkeye Kingpin drop in.
That scene meant everything to everyone who'd watched that show.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's all that matters. That's all it was there for. It wasn't there for
by
anyone
the way,
new.
that Netflix is saying that there's a massive pickup on Daredevil streaming at the moment.
Yeah, I know. I've seen that.
Like, had a huge resurgence, as it should, because look, we were talking about it before about the Marvel shows and stuff.
Well, you know what
before
it'd
we
be?
started,
It's exactly what you've just said. People who don't know would be like, well, who's that? And then their friend beside them would have gone, you're an idiot. It's Matt Murdock. That's Daredevil. Go and watch it on Netflix.
but it wouldn't just be from that. It would have been from Hawkeye too.
And yeah, with Fisk.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
And that's the thing that I just like. I love these little cameos and these little fan service moments, but I still want it to mean something. And there's so much reliance on what Marvel is doing now that you have to have watched something else to be able to have that little fan service moment. Like No Way Home was full of it, but like Hawkeye, that episode 5, that finished on a picture of Kingpin. That would have meant nothing to you if you hadn't watched Daredevil. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that would have fallen flat. You're going, all right, yeah, okay.
Well, no,
great.
in saying that, no. I'll disagree with you on that one because it left suspense, and it would have left suspense for whoever is watching it that doesn't know, because they'd be like, well, who's that? Who is that? I want to know who that is. And then in the next episode, you get that answer, who that is.
But doesn't it still feel like that thing of, you know, the old rule of on those old like Law and Order shows, you have to introduce your killer early on.
Well, no, because he was, let's go back to season 1 of Daredevil. He was probably introduced almost the exact same way. And for people just starting that show, wouldn't have known who he is either. It's only people like us that know who the bad guys are in that. But for anyone who just started that series as well, wouldn't know who he is until he gets explained to you who he is. And then you're like, oh, goddamn.
I have to watch that again.
This is going to hurt. Because they do it in all shows. Like, you get a little glimpse of the main bad guy. You'll get your henchmen first, and then you'll get your glimpse of your main bad guy. It's like Cottonmouth. You got a little glimpse of him first, and then he popped in, and he's like, and then he starts smiling, and the next minute he's cast his blade, and you're like, that's awesome.
But Cottonmouth was like full on.
He was
like
so
6
underrated,
episodes, wasn't he?
He was so misused.
6? Oh, that was, yeah.
He should have been the bad guy through the whole lot. No. Also, what's his name? The other bad guy in Luke Cage, was it season 2?
Bushmaster.
Bushmaster.
Yeah.
You got a little thing, and then I think probably the biggest thing that I can use to back what I'm trying to say up is the Joker card in the end of Batman Begins.
I don't know. I feel like the Joker is so...
That just popped into my head then.
Widely known.
Not to people who don't watch Batman.
Yeah, but if you're sitting there watching Batman Begins, you're a Batman fan.
You think of some old lady who's just gone in there and thought, you know what, this looks all right, I like this, and then next minute, why is he holding a Joker card?
Though,
what the
I
hell?
reckon that old lady who went and watched Batman Begins had watched
Adam West. She probably grew up with Adam West.
Oh my god, I saw an Adam West clip the other day that was Batgirl talking to him. And Batgirl's staying there, Adam West Batman staying there, and Robin staying there, and Batgirl's like, this isn't right. I do the same amount of work as Robin and I get paid less than him. That is not right. Women should be paid equal to men. And Adam West Batman goes, Batgirl, this is no time for jokes. Because I was watching that being like, oh wow, this was like super progressive for the 70s. Up there we go. Okay.
Until Adam West shut it all down with his shark spray and said, go away, Batgirl. Don't be ridiculous.
How brutal is that?
Get in the kitchen and make me a sandwich.
Adam West, man, rest in peace. He was incredible.
The GOAT.
He was everything he brought to pop culture, not just in terms of Batman.
Oh, just Family Guy.
His work on the Family Guy was incredible.
Adam West.
My name's not Adam Wee, or is it? Where he spends all that money trying to find out where water goes when you water plants. Oh my god!
He's just
early
great.
Family Guy was so good. Anyway, all right, let's jump into this. We're still got movie news apparently.
Well, we've just touched on one.
Multiverse.
We've still got a whole lot to go.
We'll talk about Batman. So the new Batman, obviously the Batman, Matt Reeves' Batman, has had its runtime released. It's clocking in just under 3 hours. It's
that's fine.
2 hours and 45 minutes without credits.
I think 2:55 with the whole
with
lot.
credits. Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of people being like, look, I'm going to say it, man. It's like people are out there just wanting to hate on this movie before it starts, and people do that a lot.
That happened straight away when Robert Pattinson got cast because
But not just this movie. They do it with everything. But just jumping out there now being like, 3 hours is too... Man, you sat through Avengers. You sat through No Way Home. They were both pretty close to
those same people probably sat through the Snyder Cut as well in one hit. So shut up. 3 hours is fine.
what is wrong with you that you don't want more of the thing that you love?
Yeah.
Like, what would you prefer? Like a tight hour 20?
And then it's over and you miss a whole heap of stuff.
And you walk out like, oh, it was okay, but they didn't spend enough time developing this.
Can you imagine if the Snyder Cut got cut down to an hour 20? Like how much stuff you would lose.
I don't know. I reckon if you take out some of the slow-mo, you could probably get there.
Nah, you still wouldn't break it down that far. You'd get to like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
But let's be real, like
loves his slow-mo.
It's just see, and
we're just gonna shoot Lois putting down her coffee cup in regular speed. No, that's not right. Gonna do it for half a second.
That's what Eternals did well with what's her name who played the Flash version.
Yeah, Icarus. No,
that was Superman. God damn.
Yeah, what was her name?
Malachi.
Was it Malachi? No, it was Mal something. Anyway, sorry,
yeah, guys. whoever it is,
that's on Disney Plus now. I keep looking at it
in fast motion.
Yeah, instead of slowing
it down, like they showed her just going whoop, 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 and that was awesome. I love that.
That I keep seeing that on Disney Plus, and I want to I do want to watch it again, but I think it's look. When we reviewed it, I did say that I think it would be it's akin to if Zack Snyder had come to Marvel and said, "Let me make something for you."
Yeah,
like I honestly believe that about the Eternals.
It was beautiful,
and because of that, I'm not sure my kid's gonna want to watch it.
Well, you don't know unless you put it on.
Yeah, but I also don't know. I'm trying to remember. I haven't watched it since the movies, and I'm trying to remember just how brutal it was, or how.
I don't think it was brutal. It was very story orientated.
I think that's what I'm trying to say. I think
it's probably for mature audiences. It feels
slow to a child.
Yeah, it's not a kid's. I mean,
because even Shang-Chi, he loves Shang-Chi. He's 6 years old. He loves Shang-Chi, but a lot of it is story.
Yeah.
And that story is done in Mandarin with subtitles.
That's right.
Which for a 6-year-old is bloody difficult.
Yeah.
You know?
Can't even read.
Yeah. He's struggling a lot on that.
And the next day, he's just speaking fluent Mandarin. And you're like,
well, that's how it goes,
that
isn't
worked.
It? I'm like, look, you're either being really racist or you've actually picked up a language here. So I wouldn't know. But either way, the Batman 3 hours, we're back to that, 3 hours, which is awesome. PG-13, which opens it up to a wider audience, obviously.
It's still M. That's M for us, so it's fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Robert Pattinson talking about the Batman suit. Have you seen this interview?
No, I haven't.
So he goes, he says, the Batman suit looks like a Halloween costume until you get the lighting right. He's like, I walk around the costume department after putting it on and I'm like, I look ridiculous. He's like, and then I walk onto set and they light it up and then I see a still frame after we've shot it.
And I'm like, damn, I look good.
Yeah. He's like, so it's like the suit is 60% lighting.
Hey, that works.
Yeah. Which for Batman isn't much lighting when you think about it.
Just turn the lights off.
Yeah.
The suit would look like 100% amazing. You just turn all the lights off.
Yeah, that's what you want.
And have
apparently we're getting
white eyes.
They reckon we're going to get white eyes. Like they reckon they've done something. I saw a rumor about it. There's something they've done to try and give us the white eyes, which they tried to do in
Christian Bale's one that sucked.
Yeah,
it was absolute garbage.
What they're going to do here, but yeah,
because it looks good in cartoon. I don't know if it can be done properly live action.
Well, that's what's made...
Because it pulls you out of it. Like a cartoon, you know it's a cartoon, so they can do whatever they want. It doesn't matter.
That's what's made Spider-Man and Deadpool work, is that they CG'd the eyes and they look really good.
Yeah. Can you imagine if they do that to Batman's cowl and his eyebrows start moving and stuff? It's like, oh, what the hell?
I did not notice in No Way Home if they CG'd the eyes for the other Spider-Man.
Yeah, they have to. Oh, no, they wouldn't because they're static. They're static eyes. They don't move, so why would they? That's just a mask. Tom Holland's is the only one that the eyes move, isn't it?
Yeah. Because he's got apertures on him, whatever.
I'm just trying to think. Do the eyebrows move in Toby's and
No, they never
Andrew
moved.
Garfield's? Or it's just straight face the whole
It
time?
was always straight faced.
I nearly bought them the other day.
What, the old ones?
Yeah. They got all three of the Tobey Maguire ones at JB.
Yeah.
It's like $19 for the Blu-ray
That's pretty good.
for all three movies. I'm like, should I? And then I'm like, maybe, I don't know. Does the streaming service have them?
No, that's the problem.
Probably should have bought them then. Goddamn.
Yeah, it's that.
I might go get them today.
I recorded them all off Foxtel because they were playing one after the other for like the week that No Way Home was released.
Oh, yeah.
So I just set it to record because I had it on the 4K channel.
Yep. Yeah, well, the missus said after we watched No Way Home, she's like, we should watch all the older ones.
It's definitely worth doing.
I'm like, we probably should. And then we'll probably do Fantastic Four as well. Because I've been watching snippets of them on YouTube, and it's like,
yeah,
this is quite good.
Mate, it's not as bad as, like, honestly, that 2015 one.
That's garbage. Pure garbage. We're not watching that one. That doesn't exist to me.
Abomination.
Josh Trank does not exist.
And made the toy ones look so much better.
But the originals, I was watching and I'm like, I was just watching clips like they'd put up like the Johnny versus Silver Surfer, and then I think it was out of the first movie, they're versing Doctor Doom.
Yeah, all of them.
And I'm like, this is cool.
Yeah.
This looks really good.
Dude, I enjoyed them.
Except Sue Storm's parts. I feel like Jessica Alba let that movie down a little bit. She's not a great actress.
Yeah, also, you don't cast Jessica Alba and make her invisible.
No. That's why they didn't make her invisible.
Yeah.
You can still sort of see her.
Yeah. No, those movies, they're not terrible, man. Like the original Daredevil with Ben Affleck. It's not a bad film. Like, it was fun to watch.
Yeah.
They're just fun watches, you know what I mean? Anyway, let's move on. We're talking about the Batman.
Let's talk about the Batgirl.
Let's talk about the Batgirl. So we got Leslie Grace's Batgirl suit. I've seen the first image I saw looked like a real homemade kind of Comic-Con type suit. And I was like, oh, I don't know. But I've since seen more stills of it actually in action and stuff. And it looks really good in motion.
Yeah, I'll wait for the show. I'm not movie. I'm not impressed.
Yeah.
See, there we go. I thought this suit. I'm like, I completely forgot it was a movie, and it's actually I forgot. Yeah, I thought it was a TV show, judging by the caliber of the suit. I'm like, oh, we've gone CW. Okay.
Yeah, no, I think they're just trying to go like she's made it herself, the route that they're going. So, oh man. So the rumor was Affleck was in this. It's not looking like that's the case, is it?
Nope. They've gone stupid. They're losing the plot. I'm starting to really regret being on DC side.
All right, can I stick up for DC here?
Are we switching? Do I have to now learn
switching.
everything about Marvel? Oh no,
you don't, because I'm not leaving Marvel. I just don't like seeing you so down on DC, man.
I think
Ben Affleck
yeah,
is out there saying he wants nothing to do with Batman. Not just Batman, but IP movies. He's saying he's done with them. He's absolutely done. He wants nothing to do with them. That is an artist saying, I am done.
They've screwed him over.
Look, whether or not they have or haven't, because he's saying, we saw a thing saying that his favourite Batman work he's done was on The Flash.
Yeah. Probably because he got to say goodbye.
But if he's just shot his favourite scenes, then I understand him also being really good about saying, I'm okay not to touch this again.
It's just a Hugh Jackman thing, isn't it?
It's a little bit, you know what I mean? But if he's saying that, this is Ben Affleck, and look, I'm probably going to get a bit of shit here, but this dude is actually an artist.
He's one of the greatest actors of our generation.
Not just
and
acting,
writing.
his directing work, his writing work. This guy is actually an artist.
What was his first movie? His first movie he acted in was him.
Hunting?
Yeah, they won an Oscar for it. I mean, that's pretty good.
Wrote and
with
acted
Matt Damon.
Now, the point I'm trying to get here is that artists are built differently in the sense that if he values the work over the money, Warner Brothers could back up a dump truck of money to his house and he'll say no. He also doesn't need it.
No.
Let's be honest. So it's the same as Robert Downey Jr. They're going to back up so much money to this guy and he's not going to come back unless he feels like it's earned.
Exactly who we just said before, Hugh Jackman.
You know? Patrick Stewart now as well.
Yeah.
So if you're Warner Brothers and you want to keep using Batman and Ben Affleck is just saying no to you constantly.
You go to the guy who's going to say yes.
Michael Keaton standing there saying, I will bloody do it.
He's been saying for the last 20 years, he is Batman. He hasn't stopped saying it.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I don't like it, though.
Of course you then say, all right, well, let's go use Michael Keaton.
His movies were good. Bring him in for a cameo, yes. Don't bring him in as the main Batman for the DC EU. That's absolute garbage. Like, it really is.
I don't know. I don't mind it.
I'm starting to really hate their whole lineup for the new Justice League that they're proposing. It's like, this is just, it's garbage. You've legit running the whole DC EU into the CW.
This is the other way that I'm looking at it. So while I'm sitting here and defending them for what they're doing with Michael Keaton, because I'm like, you don't really have any other option here. This is what's happening, and I'd rather...
You do. You cast Anson Mount as Batman.
No. Because you've still got the Ben Affleck Batman if you're going on continuity.
Well, no, because the Flash can rewrite all that. Yeah. And that's what they're doing here. They're just going to go, you know what? The Flash is just going to get rid of everything and start fresh. It's like, far out.
Here's my difference, though. Ben Affleck is saying no. Henry Cavill is not saying no.
And they're still not running with it. So, hey.
That's my issue. It's that you've got this guy standing there who is, I'm sorry, the perfect Superman.
I'm not sorry. He's the best Superman. He really is.
You've got the perfect Superman standing there. You do not need to recast him. You do not need to say, oh, well, let's go with Supergirl instead of Superman and give Supergirl all Superman storylines. You have
Hello,
Superman.
CW.
Use him. Anyway, sorry, that's a rant, but I am, yeah.
I am slowly giving up on DC. Like, I'm over it.
I don't know, Peacemaker. Come on.
Peacemaker's great, but I'm still, it's just, it hurts my head. It really does. Like, how can people be so...
Sounds more like it hurts your heart, man.
I just don't understand how people can be so dumb. Like, how can you be so dumb? There's money there. There's money. You're going to make money. You put Henry back in the suit. You give him Man of Tomorrow, or you just give him a Superman versus Brainiac storyline. I mean, it sells.
Yeah.
You do it right, it's $1 billion movie right there. It's not hard. It's really not hard.
It's up there, yeah.
It's really not hard.
Batgirl is coming, though.
Suit looks shit. Saying it here.
With J.K. Simmons. Looking forward to that. Now, we'll move on from Batgirl. We'll leave Batgirl.
You can't, because the next story is Batgirl.
Is it Batgirl, though? We do have a rumor that Dylan O'Brien is going to be playing Nightwing. And I'm all for that. I love Dylan O'Brien. I'll watch him in anything.
He's too short.
I don't care.
He's too short.
I don't care.
I don't believe him being Dick Grayson.
I like it.
And Dick Grayson's dead anyway, so I'll skip over that.
Wasn't he only dead in...
Snyder killed him.
Snyder's?
So it's going to be after The Flash, which means they've rewritten everything anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, who knows? Or he might be a Dick Grayson from another world. Yeah, I don't know.
Possible. He's too short, though.
He may not be Dick Grayson. I think they said Robin. On the rumor.
You know what would be cool is if he is playing Damian. An older Damian.
I don't think I've seen an older Damian.
No. You put him in as an older Damian. I could see Dylan O'Brien playing a grumpy Damian that's aged.
I could see him doing Tim Drake as well.
Yeah. He's definitely not Jason.
No, he's too short for that.
Speaking of Jason, Jensen Ackles has got a secret project going on with DC as well.
Red Hood.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm thinking.
Like, he's already got the costume, doesn't
because
he?
aren't they doing a Red Hood? No, that costume is from Dark Knight Effects. Is who done the helmet for that? That's the helmet that I want to buy.
It's gorgeous.
It's beautiful, and it lights up. You can get all the different ones. You can get the Injustice one, everything. They all light up and all that sort of stuff. But no, he's got a secret project going on with DC. I'm hoping it's Red Hood, because why would you not? Considering they're making a Red Hood movie.
Oh man, look, you
remember?
kind of...
Red Hood movie, hello.
Yeah, I know. I was hoping for this, but then you said the words, why wouldn't you? And I'm thinking they've got Henry Cavill, they're not using him.
They don't know how to make movies, it's fine.
It's, who knows what they're going to do. They're going to be like, we're working with Jensen Ackles on a secret project.
Hey.
He's going to be voicing an animal in Super Pets 2.
Henry's had meetings with Feige, so let's just leave it at that.
Come over to the Marvel side, mate.
Just Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom.
Yes. I told you that would be good, right? Have I sold you on that?
Hey,
is that in your head now?
There was a Von Doom reference in the Moon Knight trailer, which we'll get to.
We will definitely get to that.
Henry's coming.
Especially because it gets shot in... I think it was shot in London.
It's perfect. He's home.
Or was it shot in Budapest? I don't know.
No, it was London.
Anyway.
It is London. Because they shoot at he's working at the... what is it? The museum.
Yeah. What else do we have here? We've got... we are a Flash... All right, this is just for the people out there that are interested in the Flash movie, obviously.
Well, we are.
Yeah, they're doing a tie-in for the Flash movie, which is a prequel comic that they'll be doing.
Don't care.
Which is apparently going to feature Ben Affleck's Batman a fair bit.
Cool.
I don't know how much of this is going to be like, read this so it affects the movie or whatever, but if you want a more rounded understanding, I guess. It feels a bit like, watching WandaVision before watching Multiverse of Madness. Like, you don't have to do it.
Yeah.
But if you want to know more about the characters, do it. What else do we have here? So in movies that aren't comic book news, Mission Impossible 7 and 8 have been delayed.
Oh my God.
About a year.
Yay.
So that was supposed to release this year. Number 7. Supposed to be August this year, I'm pretty sure. So it's been pushed back a year, and then obviously the next one's pushed back another year as well. They're filming back to back, but yeah, it's interesting. We're getting a reboot of The Raid through Netflix. Now, when I say reboot, it's a English version.
Great.
Of it.
That's perfect for me.
Because you don't like reading subtitles.
I don't like subtitles, and I hate dub stuff. So,
have you watched The Raid?
No, I've watched bits of it. I've watched the fighting scenes and stuff like on YouTube and that, which is the bits that you only watch the movie for anyway.
Yeah.
No one's watching it for the dialogue.
I watched it before Deadpool 2 came out. Because do you remember after the first Deadpool, Tim Miller walked away from it?
Yes.
Because he was having a disagreement with...
creative differences. With
Ryan Reynolds about what direction they're going to go in terms of cable, et cetera, et cetera. Then they pulled the guy from The Raid. I'm pretty sure. And I was like, well, who's this guy? What's going to happen with Deadpool?
Well, if you think back, that's what Deathstroke's movie was meant to be. Was based on The Raid. That we never got.
Look, it's been influencing comic book stuff in the background for a while.
Another actor who says they're keen to come back and... goddamn.
This is just... it's a running theme for the show, isn't it?
It's a running theme for for DC.
DC.
You've got brilliant actors in that there ready to go, and no one's pulling the trigger.
Yeah, it hurts. Hey, what else do we have here? Sorry, man. We'll move on from that. I'm trying to get you in a positive headspace. And none of the news I have to tell you really is going to do that. Maybe this might. Daniel Radcliffe playing Weird Al.
That's not neither here nor there. I don't care.
You reckon?
I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm going to say something. I don't rate him as an actor.
Who? Weird Al?
Radcliffe. I do not rate him at all.
Yeah, it's fair.
at all. Like, I don't know.
He's always Harry Potter to me.
No, but even in other stuff, like, because I've never watched all the Harry Potters, so I don't see him as Harry Potter. I just don't rate him. He's not great.
Have you seen Now You See Me?
Yes.
And Now You See Me
Yes.
Too? I didn't mind him in that.
Not great.
I thought he was all right in that.
But I mean, you've got other not great actors in that movie as well.
Jesse Eisenberg.
I did not. I can neither confirm nor deny.
Have you heard about his newest
I'm pleading
movie?
the fifth, mate. I'm not incriminating myself anymore. All right.
He's directed a movie that apparently people aren't able to finish because it's so cringeworthy.
Isn't that every movie he's in? Other than BVS, I mean.
No, he's directed it.
Oh God, who let him do that?
And apparently it was a choice by him to make it this cringy.
I'm incriminating myself, and you've put me in a bad mood with all the DC stuff. I'm not happy now.
I know.
I'm not happy.
Right, all right. Well, look, I'm going to finish off the movie news, which is going to keep you in a bad mood. I'm sorry. Jurassic World Dominion, I want to talk about it though, is got the weirdest marketing campaign.
Is this that thing you made me watch before this? That was absolute garbage as well.
It was terrible.
Captain Negative's still here,
terrible.
mate. Still here.
But, all right, so they've done a spot for the Winter Olympics for some reason.
That was so horrible.
Which is the dinosaurs chasing a downhill skier or something.
Yeah, something like that.
And it looks like they've literally lifted the plates of the Velociraptor and the T-Rex out of the final fight scene against the
And they've just
Mosasaur
gone,
in the
you know
first
what?
Jurassic
We're not
World.
even going to match lighting with our background or anything. We're just going to leave the sun's on the wrong side of the dinosaur. It's like, oh, that's okay, cool, well done.
Render. Yeah, I was.
They should have
it's
at least
brutal.
given it to the guys over at Corridor Digital to fix it. Like, god damn.
They're pretty still good. Like, we should send that video to them and go, can you guys please fix this?
Please fix this and make it right.
Now, my issue with it, though, is that we've had...
When's this movie coming out?
A couple months. Like 2 months.
Wow.
We still have not had a
I
trailer.
was going to say, they're only just starting marketing now, and it's this crap that they're giving us.
But this is what I mean. So,
Wow.
about a year ago, they released that prequel. Not prequel, the
Did
prologue.
this get delayed at all?
Yes.
And they still haven't
Yeah,
given
it
us
did.
a trailer?
Yeah. We're just getting all this random crap.
They made a trailer for Batman, and they only had 10 minutes shot.
They made a really cool short film for it, which was showing a dinosaur going through I think a drive-in movies or something, or a campground or something. That was pretty cool. But they still haven't actually given us a trailer. We thought we got one, but it was just all these like prologue about where the T-Rex DNA came from the first T-Rex or something. As like about Gigantosaurus or something, but we don't know what's happening with this movie. We've had a few stills. I don't know. It's the weirdest marketing campaign I've seen where they're like marketing it without actually marketing it.
Yeah.
Which makes me kind of worried about the movie, if I'm honest. Because why don't you want to show us anything? Like,
because dinosaurs
because they
fake.
showed us too much the last time. Well, on saying that, Colin Trevorrow has apparently gone back to the drawing board on the dinosaurs. He wanted practical as much as possible for this movie.
So he's learnt from his last two mistakes.
Well, he didn't do the last one. He did the first one, and then it was it James Wan who did the second one? It was the bloke who does all those horror movies.
Was it James Wan? Nah, wasn't James Wan, was it?
No, it was one of the other blokes that does a bunch of horror movies. I get confused with James Wan, I think.
How dare you?
Might have been the guys who do Saw, maybe? Or Insidious or something like that. Anyway, blokes from the horror franchises. But anyway, Colin Trevorrow's come back and said he wants to do more practical effects. Now, I've seen pictures from his Instagram where he's putting up pictures of them holding like the dinosaur puppets and stuff.
Yeah. What was the
And they
last
look-
movie? What was it called? Fallen Kingdom, wasn't it?
Fallen Kingdom, yeah. But he's showing pictures holding the puppets. It looks like he's holding real dinosaurs. Like, it's amazing.
J.A.
So, yeah.
Bayona was the director of it.
There you go. And if you go into his IMDb, I guarantee it'll just be a bunch of
Colin
stuff.
Trevorrow wrote it.
Yeah, he wrote it and I think produced some of it. But yeah. Anyway. Jurassic World Dominion, guys, has weird marketing and I'm not happy about it. Sorry. Let's let's jump into TV news, man. So we have a lot here. And the TV news that we want to talk about, I want to save to the end. So I'm going to tell you, don't jump into it because we're going to save it to the end, all right?
The Boys.
You with me? No.
Okay, cool.
The Boys. The Boys we'll talk about right now. The Boys drops on June 3rd and is going to do a 3-episode drop on their first day.
That's Amazon. That's just what they do.
So they're doing 3 eps and then doing episode weekly after that. I don't think they need to, but I'm happy with it. Like, always happy to get more episodes, but the whole 3-episode drop, I think I prefer when they do it for season 1. Yeah, because it gives you that 3-episode treatment and you're like, keep watching or not.
Yeah.
The Boys, I'm going to watch regardless. Put it on weekly, I'll watch it every week. Spread it out. I like it. Anyway, The Boys, June 3rd.
Why do I feel like there's something dropping today?
What's today?
22nd of January. Why is that in my head?
Yeah.
I thought for a minute there it was Reacher, but it's not Reacher because that drops 2 weeks on
Next week, isn't
Friday.
it? 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks, the 4th.
Yeah.
I got excited then, thinking it was today. Why? There's something in my head that 22nd of January. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Not sure.
Yeah. All right.
Oh no, it might just be
Stick with
nothing.
that.
I really
Maybe.
thought there was something dropping. There's nothing Marvel related dropping today, or
No.
I don't know.
It's a Saturday here though. What drops on
Yeah,
Saturday?
I'm confused. Maybe it's a movie or something that's. Oh, I don't know.
Who knows?
Just getting confused
All right.
now.
That's all right.
Yes,
well,
Boys.
We'll move on.
June 3rd.
Yeah, The Boys, June 3rd. There we go. We've also got news on Upload dropping. So Upload Season 2 is dropping March 11th. They've kept that pretty quiet, haven't they?
Yeah, it sort of came out of nowhere, didn't it?
I'm happy with it. Definitely happy with it. If you want to catch up on either The Boys or Upload before it drops, you can check out our one-shots for them, which will be in our catalogue. Just search for those. Good way to kind of recap before they drop. I'll probably actually do the same instead of having to rewatch them. Upload, I'm really excited for though.
Really excited.
Because that show took me by surprise.
It was sort of out of nowhere, wasn't it? And it was like, this is great. It was Love and Monsters, basically. Not as good,
pretty
but
much. Well done, Amazon.
it
You've
just
done
sort
it
of
twice.
popped out and it's like, what? What the hell?
Yeah.
Where did this
Well-
come from?
Because that was Greg Daniels who did that.
Yeah.
And Space Force is getting a sequel too, and that probably didn't need one. Like, I liked it, but it wasn't great.
That's why I never started
Whereas-
it. You know how you can just sort of tell with some shows and movies, you're like, I'm just going to skip it because it's not going to be, you already know where it's going to go and what's going to happen.
Yeah.
That was it for me. I'm like, I don't really care.
Well, look, speaking of Greg Daniels as well, got his start on King of the Hill. That's getting a re-return, apparently.
Sells LPG and LPG accessories. Propane and propane accessories.
He does. I love King of the Hill, don't get me wrong. I actually went through and watched it all about 2 years ago again.
That's insane.
It's because I was just up at night watching stuff, so went through and watched King of the Hill in order. It was so far from PC. And I'm not like a PC dude at all, but there was some things I was watching and I'm like, I'm not comfortable with this.
See, that's not that's not them. That's you.
What was it? It was
You've changed, man. You've changed.
yeah, I don't know.
You've let
Look, it's that old-
people change you.
No, it's that old thing of like, this is where the line used to be. This is where the line is now.
The line in the sand.
Well,
Well, I mean, the line used to be racism was okay. Let's remember that.
Yeah.
Now
the
it's
line
not.
used to be slavery was fine.
Yeah.
So we just keep moving that line, and moving the line is not always a bad thing. No, I'm pretty sure there was an episode where I think Bobby was smoking. Yeah. Bobby was smoking or something, and I'm like, I'm watching like an 8-year-old smoke.
Ain't Bobby like 12?
Yeah.
12, 13?
I don't know. He's like, I think he's like first year of high school or something.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I was like, don't really feel comfortable with that. Anyway, it was because of the way they handled it. It wasn't that it was a bad thing he was smoking. It was just that like he shouldn't be or whatever. I don't know. Anyway,
Kids will be
It was
kids.
yeah, it was
They're
weird.
going to try dumb
Anyway.
things.
New King of the Hill. who knows how they're going to go, especially because a few of the people who have done voices on the show have since passed away. Brittany Murphy.
Yep.
Tom Petty, I'm pretty sure, as well.
Oh, I think it should be left alone, but that's just me.
Yeah, look, we're just getting everything come back lately, aren't we? And there's some things you're like, yes, keen for that. And there's other things you're like, oh, do we really have to touch that? But, you know, speaking of things returning, Tim Roth, Abomination, showed up in Shang-Chi fighting who we now know was the Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't know that at the time, did we?
Nope.
As Sorcerer Supreme, he's been training the Abomination. Tim Roth is going to be showing up in the She-Hulk series as the Abomination, which I'm keen for. Because I love the Abomination as a character. I think he's a great villain. And I just want to see him done well. So if they do him well, that's fantastic. I'll be completely honest, though. I'm surprised they actually got Tim Roth back.
Why?
In Shang-Chi. I didn't think they got him back. Like, I didn't think they needed to.
No, because it was all CGI.
See what I'm saying? But apparently he came and did the work for it.
Fair enough. Why?
Don't know.
Okay. I guess
it would have cost them
it's
more
to
money
pay.
than... Yeah, well, that's what I mean.
He's gone, yeah, I'll come in for 5 minutes and get paid $1 million. That's fine.
Yeah, no worries. I'll do some green screen work for you. That's cool. Dot me up. I'll do some body capture motion stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm excited. Like, that's the level. That's one of the reasons I'm excited to see him in She-Hulk as well, because I'm like, you must love this character. Like, that is something that I've actually loved about. I was saying before about watching the behind the scenes stuff about all the Marvel series.
Yeah.
The amount of people that, like, they're interviewing the actors and they're like, oh, when you got cast, did you know what you were playing or whatever? And they're like, no, I just knew it was Marvel, so I just signed.
Just sign the dotted line.
Yeah. They're like, I didn't know what character I was playing. So the lady who got Monica Rambeau, when she got cast, she had no idea who she was playing. And she's like messaged her agent being like, can you imagine if it's Monica Rambeau?
Oh, wow.
That would be amazing. So that was that's always cool to see. What else do we have here? So Tim Roth and She-Hulk. Well, let's talk about it. The Moon Knight trailer dropped.
Yes, it did. What are your thoughts?
Now, my thoughts are obviously biased as heck. Because, look, I'm just going to say, man, I've had a really good couple of months. Like, as a fan of stuff. Because I grew up with Spider-Man. Spider-Man is my number one. And I possibly just got the best Spider-Man film that I've ever had. Like, that was amazing. Hawkeye.
Would you put it above Spider-Man 2?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't think you would.
Yeah, it's above Spider-Man 2 for me.
Wow.
Especially after rewatching Spider-Man 2. I love Spider-Man 2 and I love Doc Ock in that. But there's so many scenes in that where I'm like, oh, this isn't really needed.
Yeah.
Like, that is a whole scene of him walking to raindrops keep falling on my, like, because he's happy his powers are gone. He's just being Spider-Man Peter again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this feels real campy. Could have gone without this.
Yeah.
But just stuff like that. Anyway, it's still, don't get me wrong, it's not like dropped down below.
No, heard it here first. Anthony hates Spider-Man 2.
It's still sitting up at about a 9.
No, you hate it. I'm listening to your voice.
It's just No Way Home's better. Anyway, so No Way Home is right up there for me, obviously. I've been spoiled with Spider-Man. I've been spoiled with Deadpool recently, obviously. Deadpool getting done at all was always something that I was like, that's incredible that actually happened. But Deadpool are my favorite characters.
When do I get spoiled?
Hawkeye just had an incredible series.
when do I get spoiled? I get nothing.
Hawkeye. And now I'm getting Moon Knight. And this trailer just gave me all the, yes, this is awesome feels.
Have I just picked the wrong side to fall in love with?
You're sitting on the wrong side of history, aren't you?
Oh,
Is that what it is?
so sad.
I'm sorry, man, but I don't know. So
It's all right. I get
Moon
Reacher
Knight.
soon. It's fine.
Yeah, but you had Henry Cavill. You had a really good
keyword had.
Yeah.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for rubbing it in again. You're doing real well to cheer me up here. I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
Yeah. I'm trying to help you, man, but honestly, what do you think of Moon Knight?
You know what? I don't know anything about the character. I've watched a few.
That's what I want to know.
Funny enough,
from that trailer,
I've watched a few TikToks, and I send you through videos of things that I find interesting because I want to get your take on it because I know you're that side of the fence.
Yeah.
But I'm actually, funny enough, I'm learning a lot from these guys.
Yeah.
Because and that's what is good about that sort of social media. Like, it gives a platform to people that are in that niche sort of thing. Like Moon Knight, not many people will know much about Moon Knight unless you are fully involved in that area. Then you're not going to know.
I'm going to be completely honest with you, man. I've read so many Moon Knight comics. He is one of my favorite characters. I've said that before. My partner hasn't really heard me talk about Moon Knight that much because I can't talk to her about Moon Knight.
That's right, and that's what I mean. Like, and getting these videos, it's like, well, this is cool because I'm learning at the same time. Like, I didn't know he suffered from multiple personalities.
Well, I mean, I told you that a while ago.
I don't listen at the best of times.
I know. She asked me the other day, like, what's Moon Knight actually about? And I tried to explain it to her, and it's so hard.
You can't.
Because there is so much, like, he's complicated and crazy, and a lot of the times you'll read an entire comic run, it turns out it didn't happen.
Like, we watched the trailer, and the missus turned to me and goes, "You're not going to like this." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" She goes, "I'm getting real Inception vibes from this and you're not going to like it." I'm like, I will like it because I have to.
She's not wrong.
And it was like, but I have to like it.
What's really interesting, I'm going to say it, is that Moon Knight's characters, like Moon Knight's personalities. So I've said before, Moon Knight is actually a personality, like the vigilante.
Yeah.
So, and this is how I explain it to my missus, how you've got Batman, where Batman is his identity, Bruce Wayne is a mask that he puts on.
Yes.
I said, imagine that, but they're actually different personalities.
Yeah.
And that's what you get with Moon Knight.
But I mean,
it isn't just Mark Spector and Moon Knight. You've also got Stephen Grant.
Yeah.
Who, what's interesting is that usually in the comics, Mark Spector is like his default kind of personality.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're getting Stephen Grant as the default.
That's what I was watching. I was watching this guy talk about it, and it makes sense because you're gonna get that whole, okay, so his name's Stephen, but now you're gonna get the whole untying of that. Yeah. The ribbons will be pulled, and I mean,
but it also makes more sense because Stephen Grant is more into working at the museum, getting the lore behind
the Egyptian
Moon Knight and the Egyptian stuff. Yeah, whereas Mark Spector from memory is a stuntman.
Yep.
Like a movie star a lot of the time. Yep. Works in movies, special effects, all that kind
of
stuff.
Now, he really is. He is Mark Spector, isn't he?
Yeah.
That is his number. That's who he was born as.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's complicated. I'm sorry.
But I mean, as I was saying, I have to like it. It's Oscar Isaac. I love him in everything.
Ethan Hawke is what's not concerning me, got me interested.
Because there could be multiple people that he's playing and no one actually knows who he's playing.
I have no idea who he is.
Do you think he's playing a sun god?
Yes.
Because there was two different TikToks from two different people who I sent you. One said sun god and one said someone else. I don't know the name.
It'd be one of the Egyptian gods, either Ra or because Ra is the sun god anyway. Like they're different characters, but they're essentially an Egyptian.
Yeah.
That's who they are. Everyone bowing to him just makes me feel like being able to stop time or have everyone bow to you, like that puts you on a god level.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You know what I got from that scene? That was a solid Loki vibe. That. You know, in the event, was it Avengers? Yeah. Where he makes everyone bow to him and then he's just walking around above him. It's like, yeah, that's what I'm getting. You're a bad guy.
And Cap drops in and starts talking about Hitler. Last time I was in Germany, oh, that was such
And then
a good
Tony
ride.
just busts in playing ACDC.
So good. Oh, you know what?
You need to rewatch that.
Joss Whedon's copying a lot, and probably rightly so. Right now, we're not going to really talk about it, but
I just want to touch on. Did you see that interview where he tried to justify himself?
see Gal Gadot's
And then
response.
not only that, did you see Ray Fisher's?
Oh man, he's getting roasted.
He's come out and said, "Oh, Ray Fisher's the worst actor he's ever dealt with," and then Ray Fisher's come out and gone, "You're an idiot.
Yeah.
You've got multiple people saying that you are an asshole, and you're going to try and slander one person. You're an idiot."
Oh man, but even like being like, oh no, Gal Gadot just didn't understand. There's a language barrier there, and she's like, I understood perfectly.
Yeah, but then not only that, you've got what's his name? Oh, James Masters was talking about Joss Whedon on Inside of You.
Was that him like abusing a set designer or a costume designer or something for a costume not going right?
Not only that, he pinned Masters up against the wall.
Jesus.
It's like,
Yeah.
wow, you are a dick.
It's insane, but it's one of those things where like I have to separate the artist and the art.
But I don't understand how people are still choosing to... Like, he's got a new TV show coming out, which is not getting publicised very much. There's not much news out there about it. But how are people still going, yeah, we'll work with you?
Well, I don't think they're working with him now. That's the problem.
You reckon it was filmed but while that was all happening, while Justice League was happening?
That was filmed before COVID hit. Like that's been on the back burner getting like CG'd and shit.
Their show?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What's it called?
I don't know. I sort of seen it and I'm like, oh, wow, he's got a new TV show coming out. That's awkward.
Yeah, they even took his name off the credits in the trailers for it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They're trying to like hide that it's involved.
That's sad when you've got to do that.
Yeah. But look, just getting back to that, like I'm still putting Avengers up there as like that was an awesome movie. Like he did well there.
Oh, yeah. But I reckon if you went and
and-
rewatched it, I reckon now you're going to see some bits in it and go,
Oh no, I've done that before. Especially even Age of Ultron.
oh,
When Bruce Banner falls on
jumps over the thing. Don't turn green.
Yeah. But it's the same, you know,
It's the Wonder Woman
Flash landing on Wonder Woman. Yeah, it's Joss's favorite joke.
putting heads in boobs.
Yeah, but you know, you also get that incredible one shot of the Avengers flying through the city. You know, the Hulk, the ends with the Hulk and Thor on the Shatari monster. You know, like
yeah.
that's an awesome one shot.
Yes.
Which obviously leads to Kate Bishop watching Hawkeye jump out the window now.
That's right.
Speaking of that, I do have to. We're in TV series, so I can talk about this. Which kind of brings us back to stuff. Disney has re-edited the first episode of Hawkeye.
Why?
So anyone watching that now will see the scene where Hawkeye jumps and you've got Avengers Tower in the background.
Yeah. Oh, the wrong
And
letter.
The one letter up there is A. Yeah.
They screwed it up.
Yeah.
Idiots.
So they now edited that, and that's the version you'll see if you watch Hawkeye again.
How do you make that mistake?
Oh,
Like
man,
if you're
I don't
gonna
know.
redesign something off something that's already happened, you go back and watch that thing, and you watch it and watch it and watch it to make sure that you get everything
Especially
right.
if you're already doing, like, they matched all his movements and everything.
Yeah, but I mean, you get every window that's broken correct. You go back and you get everything spot on because you should know by now people are going to pull this apart.
Yeah.
No matter what you do, people are going to go, you know what? You stuffed it up. It's not like having an aeroplane fly across the background in Lord of the Rings.
Or a coffee cup sitting on a table in Game of
That's
Thrones.
right. It's like, guys, come on.
Anyway, look, they've gone back and fixed it, and that's the thing about digital versus hard copy, isn't it? If we gone and bought that Blu-ray,
We'd always have that.
yeah, you know, always buy the physical, man. Always buy the physical. All right, let's have a look at what else we got here. Moon Knight, looking forward to that, obviously. Still sticking with Disney Plus.
Do you
though.
think Blade's
Bo-Katan,
going to show up in Moon Knight quickly?
I hope so.
Or here's
I
one
would
for
not-
you.
I would not care either way, to be honest.
What about old Johnny Boy? Bernthal.
I think Blade would fit more than Berthiaume.
Well, the Punisher's been in that team before.
Yeah, but there's that. Oh, okay, let's jump in.
Even though Blade, I mean, not Blade, Punisher doesn't fit the whole mystic side of it. It's like, why do you need a guy that can just shoot mad guns?
Well, there's still obviously the rumor, and
you need muscle, I
Ethan
guess.
Hawke making everyone bend the knee could still be Dracula.
He could be Dracula, you reckon?
Could be.
And then that's how you end it. He's just beating the crap out of Moon Knight, and Blade just shows up and goes off with the head. Oh, you're dead. Or him and Jon Snow show up. What was his name?
Kit. Not Kit.
No.
That's his real name.
No,
his name is Dane Whitman.
Dane Whitman. I wouldn't be surprised if Dane shows up in this.
Well, the one that we're not going to be surprised if he shows up in Disney Plus series moving forward is Matt Murdock.
Oh, no, he'll just show up and be like, hey, guys.
He's
a really good lawyer.
We've got him lined up for She-Hulk with Tim Roth, obviously.
Yep.
That's where it looks like we're going to see him next.
Good.
But that's what Feige is saying about Charlie Cox, is that you'll see him pop up in Disney series moving forward.
Nice.
So,
nice.
She-Hulk, probably Secret Invasion makes a lot of sense. Possibly Miss Marvel.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So a couple of options there. Could be good, but either way, more Daredevil, always happy with that. Bo-Katan is getting a spin-off series, man. Let's jump into Star Wars news.
Miss Katie Sackhoff.
Miss Katie Sackhoff. I'm keen for that.
Oh, I'm pumped. I'll watch this.
Absolutely keen
I'll
for
watch
this.
it.
So,
The missus will watch it.
yeah, definitely. Especially if it's, Filoni and old mate Favreau going at it.
Yeah.
Definitely going to watch that. Like, just give them the keys to the Star Wars universe. Let them drive.
Exactly.
They will sit in the back and enjoy everything along the way. So anyway, Bo-Katan spin-off series, keen for that. Probably to do with her reclaiming her throne on Mandalore, right?
No, it can't be.
Which because she has a Darksaber.
She doesn't have it.
But, I mean, that's what I mean. Is it going to be about her trying to do it without the Darksaber, or is it going to be... Although if this is getting done now, this will drop after Mandalorian Season 3.
All
right?
I'm saying is go and watch the new episode of Boba Fett.
And we will.
That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Watch it today.
We'll be one-shotting Boba Fett when that all drops.
Today. No, we're not one-shotting it today, but you're going to watch it today.
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Okay. Let me get your things. Let me get an opinion here. What do you think of the Lord of the Rings thing?
You know that was all practical effects? Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it.
So the pouring of the metal into the logo
Yeah.
was all practical effects.
But what did you think of it? What do you think of the title? Because it's getting slammed over the title.
Oh, no, I'm happy with it.
Or was it Lord of the Rings?
The Rings of Power?
The Rings of Power, yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
generic.
So essentially, yeah, but I mean, that's what the Lord of the Rings is.
Generic.
Well, it's not generic. It's more the fact that they were the first. So they're not derivative because their source material was the first. Like, that's where it came from.
So even that would have been the first ring. Or, I don't know.
But it's not. It's the Rings of Power. Is what it is. It was when all these rings were forged. And that's what they're going to be following.
So even that would have been cool, the forging of the rings or something like that.
I'm happy with it. I don't really care, to be honest. I'm going to watch it.
I probably won't, to be honest.
Well, you haven't watched the Lord
I got bored with the second one and turned it off.
See, that surprised me. The second one's the best.
They say give it a 3-episode treatment. I gave it 1.5, and I'm like, it's not great. I couldn't make it through the second one. I've seen all three of them. I don't remember. I couldn't tell you what happens in what movie because I wouldn't know. They all just sort of blend into one. I watched them when they first came out, and then, as I've said before, me and the missus started watching it. We turned it off. Something happened through the second one. We went and did something. We just never came back because it's like,
yeah, it's fair. Yeah.
It's just not down my... Which is weird because it is sort of in my alley of stuff. Like, it's the whole... I like fantasy sort of stuff, but it's just like, I don't know. It's...
See, Two Towers, which is the second movie,
is it too serious? Maybe
massive like Battle of Helm's Deep.
Is that the one with the tree? Is that the one with the tree people?
It is the tree people, but it's happening at the same time as the tree people.
I know stuff.
So the tree people are destroying the orcs' kind of home base.
Is that the one where the bearded dude's up in the top of the tower? The bad bearded dude. Or is that the
Are you
first one?
talking about Christopher Smith?
I don't know. The bad bearded dude. The one that looks like Gandalf, but it's not Gandalf.
Sorry, Christopher Lee, sorry.
Is it the one that looks like
Christopher
Gandalf
Lee.
that isn't Gandalf?
Yeah, the White Wizard.
Is he stuck in the top of a tower or something?
Well, he's not stuck there. It's where it's his base.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Is that the second one?
Yeah, kind of, yeah. He's there a bit.
Okay, cool. So it's his home. He lives there.
Yeah, it is,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Well,
I'm glad we got around to that.
That's where the tree's destroyed.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah,
I
so
know
the
stuff.
orcs were built there.
Yeah, the mud people.
Yeah, they leave there to go invade a Helm's Deep, which
That
is
grosses me out a little bit when they're coming out of the mud. That's kind of gross, but
yeah, it's gross.
it's dirty
But
mud.
that's how orcs are born.
Why?
So-
Why are they born in the mud?
That's just what orcs
Are they eggs?
So, no. They're like crafted from clay or something. I don't know. There's a whole mythology to them. But they leave there. So while they've left there, the tree people destroy their kind of base. But then you get this massive battle of the orcs marching to this kind of fortress castle. That battle is really cool, like the way it's shot and the spectacle and the scale that it's shot on is
Do we have any
just
cast
epic.
news for this show?
not really, no.
Cool.
It's like they're
We've
not
got
casting,
nothing.
No, it's that they're not casting
Big names.
like names. They're not focusing on names. They're focusing on production,
Yeah, fair enough.
which I think you need to do for Lord of the Rings.
Well, they did the same thing with Game of Thrones, didn't they? They were sort of no-name people. No one was really, except for Sean Bean. I mean,
Sean Bean,
he died in the first season. I mean, goddamn.
the actress that played Caitlin Stark was pretty big.
Yeah,
in that
Lena
movie.
Headley, I guess.
Lena
But then
Headey,
other than
yeah.
that, it was sort of, you know what I mean? Like they weren't massive names.
Yeah, but also they were trying to cast children who would be able to stay for a long time as well.
And then get ruined by the
Which when
last
you do,
season.
You generally have to start earlier. We've got House of Dragon coming to us soon too. That's interesting.
Are you going to watch that?
Yes, I am.
Really?
Yeah.
I might.
Yeah.
I don't know.
See,
It depends if the trailer's got to get, like, for Lord of the Rings and the House of Dragon, the trailer has to be good or I'm not watching it. Like, I need to be caught by something because I don't care about them.
I'm giving House of Dragon a 3-episode treat regardless. Just because if they can capture
The first.
half of what the first, 4 seasons of Game of Thrones captured, then I'm in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that was a cultural phenomenon.
You know what's funny is I was so against it when it first came out.
It took me 3 seasons to get
That
into
was
it.
me as well. That was legit. That's exactly what happened to me. I'm like, I'm not watching this Game of Thrones crap. I'm gonna watch dragons and this is dumb.
I was doing a zombie show or something, and the person I was working with was like, "Oh, you look like Jon Snow." I was like, "I don't know who that is."
Who is this Jon Snow you speak of?
And she said, "Oh, that's hilarious. You know nothing about
He's
it."
the king of the wall.
Yeah, and then just kept on at me about it, and then I blew my knee out, and I had that time with the ACL repair, sitting on the couch, and just binge watched all of Game of Thrones leading up to season 4 dropping.
You know what's funny is I was at home crook. I got really sick and I don't know what it was.
Check on this episode.
And then, no, you can just beep that. Throw a beep over it.
Yeah.
And I was just at home and like I'm bored. I have nothing to watch, and I thought, you know what, I'll give it a shot. I'll try it. It was the first episode. I was hooked. Oh, this is great. What have I done here?
Did you have to then wait for your missus to watch it with you, or did you watch a fair bit and then go back and watch it with her?
No, I watched the first 3 seasons. I think it was season 4 was coming out, and I said to the missus, I said, you need to watch this. This is something different. Like, this is big. You need to watch this. And it was sort of the whole banter back and forth. I'm not watching it. And then we ended up sitting down and watching it, and bang, we were just smashing through to catch up,
It's amazing
to get it done before
what,
season 4 came out.
How that works with your partners. Like, I was laughing with mine the other day because, like I said, I had The Office on in the background while I'm doing stuff.
Yeah.
She'd never watched The Office before we were together.
Yeah, right.
Up until about 4 years ago, she hadn't watched The Office. And then eventually I was like, look, you have to watch this. Like, this is one of my favorite shows, kind of thing. And now she's watched it like 4 times all the way through.
Yeah.
Like, she's across it more than me now because she's watched it so much in such a short period of time.
Yeah. Well, it was like, it was exactly the same with like there's shows that I watch that I know she's not going to enjoy. Like, I'm not even, I just won't push it. But if there's something,
I pushed Daredevil on her too.
If there's something
And
I
Arrow.
watch that I know she'll like, I'll keep pushing it. And it was the same with Justified. Like, I knew she'd like that.
As
but
well.
I pushed you on Justified
whether
as
they're
well.
gonna- yeah.
And as soon as you come out and said you like it, because you and her got very similar tastes. So it was like, as soon as you liked it, and I said, Anthony liked it. I think that was a winning point, so it worked.
Yeah,
but then,
right,
I mean, Mando, I think that was always going to be inevitable. I keep coming home with all new Mando stuff all the time, and it's like,
she's like, well, all this crap's in my house. I better find out what it is.
I need to watch this, and now she loves Grogu as well, so it just works.
Of course, yeah. You can get all the Grogu stuff now. All right, let's jump back into TV news because we had a little segue there, of course. All right, so
Real Steel, mate. Real Steel.
Real Steel's getting a TV series. Sean Levy obviously directed the first one, directed the first one.
Is Hugh Jackman coming in it?
I don't know. I think it's look, the rumor I've seen. No, this wasn't the release.
Was
the
Anthony Mackie in the movie?
Yes, and the rumor is that they're going to focus on Anthony Mackie's little fight club.
Anthony Mackie going to be in it? Or is he too
Possibly.
big because now he's Captain America?
No, this is Disney still.
Oh, okay. It's done. Yeah, it's a signed deal then.
Yeah.
Mackie's in it.
Like, he's in the lot next door already. You know? Mackie's like, what? I have to walk 100 meters for another paycheck? I'll do
Yes.
it. Yeah.
Costume.
Yeah. You guys can dress me as I'm walking over to the next door.
Well, he'll just get out of the Cap uniform, put on normal clothes, and then go film, come back, get back in the Cap uniform, and go again.
Yeah. Anyway, Real Steel series coming to Disney+.
I'm keen. I want to see robots punch on.
Yeah, Rock and Sock and Robots.
I was just about to say that. Get out of my head.
I will not.
I just started going, and you said it. I'm like, God damn it.
Did you have any Rock and Sock and Robots?
No, I never had them.
Yeah, me either. I remember I saw.
I think they were before our time.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, I remember always seeing them at like garage sales or like swap meets.
You got to
and
remember,
stuff.
we had Nintendo. We didn't need fake.
We had them
plastic
fighting on
pots.
screen
Yeah, that's
instead
right.
of.
We had Mortal Kombat.
All right, let's keep moving through. Look, news that my 6-year-old is really pumped about is that Apple TV is doing a Godzilla series.
I don't care about this at all.
Because it's animated?
Huh?
Because it's animated?
Didn't even know it was animated. I thought it was live. I thought they were doing live action. That makes me even care about it less.
Yeah. So Apple TV doing a Godzilla series that's animated, but it's set in the
Godzilla-verse.
Monsterverse. Yeah. So it's picking up after the second Godzilla. So before Godzilla versus Kong. And apparently they're going to tell some stories about Godzilla out there essentially fighting Titans.
Oh, I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I mean. My 6-year-old's
I
very
want to
excited
see
about it.
real punching on. I want to see Godzilla just beating the crap out of Kong again because that was amazing.
Dude, can I tell you something that just felt like a real oh-da, like, you know, like a oh-duh moment for me.
Yeah.
Right? My kid loves Transformers, obviously. Right? Loves Godzilla.
Yes.
Loves all those types of movies.
I blame his parents.
Wasn't until this week where I thought, you know what? He might actually like Pacific Rim.
You know what's funny is I just said, well, duh, in my head then.
Yeah.
I'm like, how have you not thought? Like, what? You're an idiot.
That's come up.
You are an idiot.
Because, well, I didn't. It's not that I didn't like the movies. I watched them and forgot about
This
them.
is a full face palm moment right now for you.
Well, okay. So the reason I'm talking about this is because Netflix has done an animated series for Pacific Rim.
Really? I haven't heard about this.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah. So
Where'd
that's
this
out
come
right
from?
now. And that's getting played on Netflix right now. And while we were on Netflix the other day, the trailer for it popped up. You know, stuff just plays through while you're doing stuff. And Archer was like, well, what is this? This looks amazing. And we're like, oh, wait a minute.
Ball drop by us massively.
If you think this animated cartoon is cool,
you wait till you see real robots punching on.
So now he's like powering up as Gypsy, as a Jaeger, trying to fight kaijus. Oh, anyway.
Is your other kid the kaiju? Kaijus win.
No.
Kaijus win.
Yeah. Yeah, look. He's still a Hulk, I think. He's just going around, just
bam,
destroying stuff. But anyway, that was my idiot moment of the week, guys, in case you're wondering.
That's a massive ball drop by you too.
Yeah, it should have like just been so like
that's borderline disgusting that you haven't even done that.
Just connect the dots, you know, of he loves Godzilla, he loves Transformers. What if Transformers fought Godzilla? Like, yeah, that's my fault. I'll own that.
Wow.
Anyway, yeah. Look, TV
has he watched Real Steel?
Stuff we got looking forward to. No, he hasn't. No.
He'll love that too.
Yeah, he probably will, but we'll get there.
Mate.
Well, you see, when he finds something, he has to watch it 40 times before he moves on to the next.
That's why you keep him moving, keep giving him new stuff.
So he's smashing. No, because it like the first time he's only watching the action, and then as it goes on, he starts picking up the story more.
Yeah. Okay.
And now he's telling me stuff about Pacific Rim that I didn't even know. Like, because I wasn't really into Pacific Rim, if I'm honest. Like, I was like, oh yeah, popcorn movie, and then I forgot about it.
I liked the first one. I thought Charlie Hunnam was good in it.
I did not know that the aliens that sent the kaiju through the rift are the reason the dinosaurs went extinct.
What?
Yeah. Look, this just might be my 6-year-old interpreting stuff wrong, but apparently the first
I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to trust the words of a 6-year-old. I'm just going to put it out there.
I'm just saying, man. But it makes sense. The first time they tried to kind of terraform Earth and take over Earth, they came in and took out the dinosaurs.
But then wouldn't they have just terraformed it? What stopped them?
No, the atmosphere wasn't conducive to them living here.
Would it need to be dirtier?
So they... Yes.
Oh, okay.
So humans then populated the Earth, caused pollution, changed it, and now it's good enough for them to come back through.
Do you think if humans went back in time to the dinosaur, do you think we'd die? Do you think the atmosphere would kill us because it'd be too clean?
Like too much oxygen?
Or do you think we'd all just get high straight away?
No, because like we were living in, you know, the Renaissance time before technology. It hadn't changed the atmosphere that much.
Yeah, but we've evolved.
So you reckon what we breathe now, we couldn't breathe then?
I don't know. Like, would it be too clean?
If anyone went back in time now, they'd take Corona with
we
them.
just go back in time and...
just absolutely wipe out an entire species.
We're all getting it. Everyone's going to get it.
It's coming. Anyway, you could be listening to it with her right now, and if you are, we hope you're doing okay.
What is this?
Right,
you've got something on here that says Murderville. What is this?
Okay, Murderville is a series... See, I was going to jump something else there, and you kind of threw me through an apple here.
I like
Threw me through a loop. All right, so Murderville is a series getting done by Netflix, and Will Arnett is running it through, and he's going to have celebrity guests come on. So the first one's going to be Conan O'Brien.
I've seen this.
Sharon Stone's going to do it as well.
I did see
Everyone else is going to be scripted, but the guests, so like Conan O'Brien or Sharon Stone or whoever they could bring in, is going to be having to improvise their scenes with the scripted people.
Conan will smash this.
And they have to solve a murder mystery.
Conan's got this in the bag.
That's the whole reason I'm excited about it. I don't care who else they've gotten. Just seeing Conan O'Brien linked to this, with obviously Will Arnett.
That man is a genius. Genius.
So that's what I'm excited for. This is going to drop on February 3 on Netflix.
Yep.
And I'm keen for it. So Murderville, if anyone else is up for that, we get to see Conan O'Brien try and solve a murder. while everyone else is scripted and he's improvising.
Beautiful.
And you just, I mean,
You know, this is where you want to see the behind the scenes.
That's going to be funny.
Like you want behind the scenes.
You know that's going to be funny. It's going to be so good. I'm keen for it. Anyway, February 3rd. Have a look for that. That is Murderville. What else do we have here? We've got a little bit down here. Look, we were talking about Bo-Katan spin-off before. Obviously, Ahsoka is already in development, working through. Mary Elizabeth Winstead is joining the Ahsoka cast. Not sure as who yet. We do know Sabrina Wren was cast recently. So who knows who she's going to play, but I'm keen for it because I think she's pretty good.
Yeah.
It goes all right. And Rosario Dawson and Ahsoka I was already keen for, so let's get this going. Ahsoka has Mary Elizabeth. That's the news. What other news do we have here? Look, man, I think it's time.
We're into the biggest news of
the week.
The week,
of
2 weeks
of the year. Can I say of the year? It's only been 3 weeks, 4 weeks of the year. I'm going to say it. Biggest news of 2022. I'll let you say it.
We're getting Raylan Givens back again.
We are. We were just talking about this, weren't we? We were just talking about Justified.
We are getting...
I think we talk about Justified most weeks.
I think we talk about Timothy Olyphant every week, as we should, because the man can't do anything wrong.
And as we are again.
Well, we spoke about... Now, this goes back... a few episodes ago, we got word that...
I think about 2 months ago.
Yeah, that we were getting...
City Prime Evil.
Yes, City Prime Evil from Elmore Leonard storyline. Now, he's the guy who wrote Fire in the Hole.
Fire in the Hole. And then adapted
and then it got adapted to Justified by Graham Yost and the team there, which, if you listen to the show at all, you know that Justified is my favourite TV show of all time, and I don't think anything will beat it because it was perfect. The way it ended, the way it started, in the middle, everything about it was great. The acting was just perfect. Then we got word that they were going to be doing his City Prime Evil High Noon in Detroit. And we're like, wouldn't it be awesome if Raylan had a cameo?
If this was set in Justified's world.
Yeah, if Raylan just showed up as like a one episode, hey, how you going? I'm here to help, blah, blah, blah. No.
Shoot someone, leave.
No. Turns out it's now being titled as Justified City Prime Evil, and it's based on Raylan Givens.
Timothy Olyphant is returning
as the US Marshal himself, and I'm pumped. I am.
You know, he'll be wearing a cowboy hat, he'll be pulling it down, looking for it.
As soon as you put this in the chat, I didn't know. As soon as you put this in the chat, I just had the biggest smile on my face. This was just the greatest news I've had ever.
Always happy to give you those moments.
This is literally if Henry Cavill comes back as Superman, is what this is.
No, I disagree.
No, it's probably better for me.
Because you haven't been let down at all by Raylan Givens or Justified or anything to do with Justified.
That's a fair... I don't think I've ever been let down by Timothy Olyphant.
There's no part of you right now that's apprehensive about what they're going to do.
I know they're going to nail it because the whole team behind Justified is coming back for this.
And they were so passionate about Justified. They knew when that show was wrapping up, and they worked towards wrapping it up from about 2 seasons out.
You've got Dave Andron coming back.
That show so good.
Michael Dinner's coming back. Graham Yost is doing it again. It's just Timothy Olyphant's also
the
executive
name we're not seeing
producing.
There is obviously Walton Goggins, who's a massive part of Justified.
Well, we're not going to see him.
Boyd Crowder. He's very hesitant to ever come back and touch Boyd Crowder because he thinks it ended perfectly, and he's absolutely right.
He shouldn't. He should not come back at all. That he's.
You talk about this though. I wouldn't mind just a little cameo of Raylan going and visiting him in prison.
No, let it go. He did that.
I wouldn't mind that.
That's how the show ended. We had him go visit him in prison. Tell him that.
But now they've both aged up, and you'd know that Boyd's been in there this whole time. And
why have I forgotten her name? Why have I forgotten? Why have I blanked?
His partner who
had a kid. Oh, what the hell?
Oh, that hurts you.
It's not Winona.
Completely gone from me. Winona was
that was his wife. Oh, what was her name? This is really hurting my head now.
Yeah, okay. I'll let you do that. Anyway,
I'm
Justified.
I am so pumped for this. I think it's the thing that sucks with it is it's going to be a Ava Crowder.
Yeah.
I think
That was it.
I would like to see some other old names come back. But I don't think they will because he's now, from what I'm taking from this is he's not in Harlan anymore.
No, he's going to Detroit.
He's based back in Miami again.
Oh, right.
So he's gone back to Miami after Harlan. So he must have, everything's come all cool from there and he's gone back to Miami. And
look, he's obviously aged up. So we're going to see an older Raylan Gibbons. I wonder how old his kid's going to be now. Like, whether that's going to play into it. Because I think, like, the whole, like, him being a dad will just add a whole different aspect to his character.
well, if you bring back Tim or Rachel would be cool.
I saw Tim in something recently.
Even Art.
Yeah.
Like, have him go to Art for help.
Guys, Justify will be across this. We'll be giving you news as we get it.
This will definitely be water coolers for sure.
This will be water coolers for sure.
Unless
Anyway,
it all drops at once and then
City
we're going to smash it
Primeval.
out in a day.
Yes. Do we know what service it's on?
I don't know as of yet. I would think Amazon?
Because
No, I think it's
Justified
CBS.
is
So who's got...
Justified is on Stan here.
Yeah, so who's got...
Hulu?
It might be.
It might be Hulu or FX.
It's still too early to tell because they've got nothing. All we know is Timothy Olyphant's coming back and... So it is. It's
It's gotta be tied to
FX and
someone.
Hulu.
Oh, look at that.
No, not that show, but I know that I'm looking at a show that the guys have... One of the guys that...
Graham Yost?
No,
or-
Dan Andron has wrote. It's called Snowfall, and that's FX and Hulu. Also, John Singleton is a creator of that as well. So I might actually check that show out.
All right, well, you can go do that. And we'll let you guys go. We've kept you for an hour and a half, and thank you so much for tuning in. A lot of news this week because obviously we had 2 weeks worth of stuff, but we'll be back weekly from moving forward. I hope you're enjoying Peacemaker as much as we are, and Boba Fett. It's a good time to be a nerd.
It's a great time to be a
good
nerd.
time to get into this stuff. Have a great time. Happy New Year to everyone again. I'm going to throw that out there as I always do. And I'm going to wrap that up. Cheers for joining us, man.
Bye.
Bye.